I believe that this nation should commit itself to achieving the goal before this decade is out of landing a man on the moon and returning him safely to the earth.
We choose to go to the moon. We choose to go to the moon. We choose to go to the moon in this decade and do the other things, not because they are easy, but because they are hard. Because that goal will serve to organize and measure the best of our energies and skills. Because that challenge is one that we're willing to accept, one we are unwilling to postpone, and one we intend to win.
With these words spoken in May 1961, John F. Kennedy announced the ambitious goal of sending a man to safely land on the moon and return him to Earth before the end of that decade. Many thought this was impossible. However, to the world's amazement, Kennedy's ambitious goal was achieved on July 20th, 1969, when Neil Armstrong stepped onto the moon's surface, uttering the famous words, "That's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind." Kennedy's goal setting guided and motivated this giant step for mankind. In this context, TESCO's leaders should now prepare to conduct our 2015 goal setting process.
Over the last couple of years, the goal setting process has been a real source of frustration for many TESCO employees. This year, we really hope to eliminate this frustration by simplifying the process. Before we discuss the process itself, let's examine some research behind why goal setting is so important. There's been hundreds of studies done around the world, and this research has come up with the following conclusions. First of all, goal setting increases achievement. In one experiment, a group of individuals were asked to come up with some goals for themselves. The people were broken then into 4 groups. The first group, they were told, okay, you have your goal, just try your best to reach that goal over the next few months. The second group was told to write down their goals. The third group was told to write down their goals and then share their goals with someone who they knew. And the fourth group was asked to write down their goals, share their goals with someone they knew, but give regular updates on the progress in achieving their goals over the course of the next few months. After 4 months, the people who had written down their goals showed an average of 30% higher performance and achievement than the first group who hadn't written down their goals. And among the 3 groups who had written down their goals, group number 4, who had reported on it, showed significantly higher achievement than those who didn't. Now, it didn't matter what the goals were, whether it was athletic events, whether it was goals involving fine motor skills, such as playing a musical instrument, or if it was goals involving cognitive ability, such as what we would do in business. Interestingly, there does appear to be a limit to the number of goals people can have and still enjoy this increased success. There was a very sharp drop-off on the level of achievement once people got above 5 or 6 goals. Okay, so the second fact that we see from the research is that written goals increase motivation. As we write goals down and we reach or even eclipse these goals, people feel empowered and capable of accomplishing ever increasingly difficult tasks. So something that they thought was really impossible before they wrote down their goals, when they see themselves reaching steps towards that goal, all of a sudden now they really feel like they can accomplish that goal. Finally, written goals affect persistence. When people are given written goals and they're held accountable for reaching those goals, they increase the amount of effort and the amount of time spent on task trying to reach those goals. So now that you know the research about why we set goals, the next communication you get is going to go more into detail about exactly how we're going to do this year's goal setting.